At the United States Grand Prix, the story was written in rubber as Max Verstappen claimed victory through a display of brilliant tire strategy amidst the high degradation of compounds at Circuit of the Americas. Lewis Hamilton and Lando Norris, both driving with exceptional skill, filled the remaining podium spots. The race saw an aggressive opening, with Norris executing an impeccable maneuver on Charles Leclerc, claiming the lead before the halfway point of the initial lap. Behind them, Piastri made an impressive start, climbing for positions. Within 3 laps, Ocon reported damage to his side pod, likely due to contact with Piastri, who was subsequently overtaken by Russell. Meanwhile, Perez seized the moment, capitalizing on the skirmish to overtake Ocon's Alpine. In the podium race, Hamilton displayed his prowess, diving past Sainz to capture 3rd place, while Verstappen, having started in 6th, also overtook the Ferrari driver, moving up into 4th. With less than 10 laps completed, the 7-time champion Hamilton started chasing the leader Norris. Unfortunately for Ocon, his race ended early due to the earlier damage to his car. With the threat of a yellow flag due to issues with Piastri's car, a flurry of pit stops ensued, but Piastri managed to limp to the pit and retire. Back on track, a fierce battle between Leclerc and Verstappen eventuated, with Leclerc leaving the track in his defensive attempt. Verstappen was one of the first frontrunners to pit on lap 17, switching to medium tires, with Norris, Sainz, and Perez soon following suit. Fresh tires proved advantageous for Norris, who easily overtook Russell after the 20th lap. The strategic chess match of the race came to the fore on lap 24, as McLaren, Ferrari, Mercedes, and Red Bull considered the right moment to pit and the best tire to utilize to gain an upper hand. It wasn't until lap 28 that Verstappen made a decisive move, taking the lead from Norris with a skillful maneuver that left the British driver defenseless. Into the final stages of the race, Hamilton and Norris battled fiercely for 2nd place, with the McLaren driver making a risky defensive move that nearly resulted in contact with Hamilton's Mercedes. Ultimately, Hamilton managed to secure the 2nd spot. Tragically, Alonso was forced to retire due to floor issues with less than 5 laps remaining. A final twist saw Perez overtaking Leclerc for 5th place, concluding a truly gripping race from start to finish, encapsulating the essence of Formula One and its never-ending thrill. Hello, Formula One enthusiasts. I'm Enzo, your race guide and presenter for all things high speed. Welcome to another electrifying episode of our daily podcast on the F1 Motor Fever podcast channel. Joining me as always is the ever-observant and infinitely wise Mr. William, our esteemed commentator.
Thanks for that introduction, Enzo. It's great to be back, folks.
And we've got the resolute and razor-sharp Victoria, our trackside reporter.
Hey, everyone. I'm thrilled to be here, ready to dive into the action.
This podcast airs every day and even more during race weekends, because we know you can't get enough of the heart-pounding, rubber-burning spectacle that is Formula One. If you are as passionate as we are, please hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and let us know your thoughts in the comments. Sharing these episodes with your friends and family not only fuels our channel, but it also spreads the love for this incredible sport. Now I must tell you, in today's episode we've got a lot to dissect from the action-packed United States Grand Prix. You won't want to miss the nitty-gritty of this incredible race. We're diving in to give you all the details on what unfolded. Remember, folks, we're here to bring you the highs, the lows, and everything in between from the world of Formula One. So, buckle up and let's go full throttle. Alright, let's dive into the details. The grand event, the United States Grand Prix, was a strategic spectacle. Max Verstappen emerged the victor at the Circuit of the Americas, a race that was significantly influenced by tire strategies due to high degradation of compounds. Completing the podium were Lewis Hamilton and Lance Norris.
Sorry to interrupt, but I believe there's a small error there. It was Lando Norris, not Lance Norris, who shared the podium with Verstappen and Hamilton.
Thank you for that correction. My apologies, folks. It was indeed Lando Norris who completed the podium at the United States Grand Prix alongside Verstappen and Hamilton. The action on the track was equally intense. Verstappen and Leclerc had a bit of a tussle, with the Monegasque driver going off-track in a defensive move. By the 17th lap, Verstappen was one of the first frontrunners to hit the pits for a tyre change, opting for the medium compounds.
That was a strategic move, wasn't it?
Indeed, it was. Following his lead, Norris, Sainz, and Perez also made their pit stops. This marked the beginning of a fierce strategic battle amongst the teams. The teams of McLaren, Ferrari, Mercedes, and Red Bull were all hustling to figure out the optimal pit stop timing and tyre choices to gain an edge over their opponents.
And it was a nail-biting 28 laps before Verstappen took the lead, wasn't it?
Absolutely. With a brilliant move, Verstappen dived at the exact moment, leaving the British driver with no room to maneuver and defend against the attack. From there, the race only got more gripping. Hamilton and Norris were neck and neck for the second place spot. Norris made a risky move to defend his position and nearly hit the Mercedes 44, but in the end, the 7-time champion managed to outmaneuver Norris and secure the second spot. The final stages of the race also saw Perez easily overtaking Leclerc for the 5th place. So as we've discussed, the United States Grand Prix was a display of strategic mastery, coupled with nail-biting on-track action. Verstappen's victory, Hamilton's ascension from 3rd to 2nd place and Norris's commendable performance all contributed to a memorable race.
Absolutely. It was not just about speed, but also about making the right decisions at the right time. The teams and drivers had to constantly adapt their strategies in response to the changing circumstances.
And let's not forget about Perez's last-minute overtaking of Leclerc to secure the 5th place. That just added to the excitement of the entire race.
Absolutely. It was a thrilling race from start to finish, filled with strategic maneuvers, intense battles, and unexpected turns. William, what's the buzz on the internet about the United States Grand Prix?
Well, let's dive in. It seems our friend F1 bot has initiated a lively discussion about the 2023 United States Grand Prix. It has shared some race information, track details, and even the race schedule. Quite useful, isn't it?
It is indeed. What are the fans saying?
Chelsea Ellie commented that Max had a slow pit stop. In response, Scumbanold commented on Toto's return and height, while Applepear Strawberry expressed dissatisfaction with the governor's political views.
That's quite a mix of opinions. Anything else noteworthy?
Yes, there are a few more interesting comments. Zubair Hand had a humorous take on the political discussion. Annika also chimed in about Toto's height.
Toto's height seems to be quite a topic.
It surely is. And then there's B. Skirgaslut who commented on the disappointing behavior of some audience members. And lastly, MoGraphman11 sparked a lively debate saying that the booing was directed at the governor, not Maximum.
Seems like the internet is never short of contrasting opinions. Thank you, dear listeners, for joining us today on F1 Motor Fever podcast. We've had an amazing time dissecting the United States Grand Prix, discussing the strategies and sharing insights about it all. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our episodes.
And while you're at it, why not share our podcast with your pals? If you've got mates who are as Formula One mad as we are, tell them about us. Spread the word about F1 Motor Fever podcast on social media, at your local, or even during your family dinner.
We love hearing from you, so do leave us a comment, tell us what you think, share your predictions, we read them all, I promise.
Absolutely, and keep those eyes peeled for our next episode. If you thought today was good, just you wait.
So, once again, thank you, and until next time. Enzo and William together, pedal to the metal, keep your gaze on the road, our channel's content is pure gold.